Oh wait, that's
I
right.
just started recording.
Tomorrow. Oh wait,
Tomorrow.
wait, we're recording right now?
Yeah, it's been recording for about 10 seconds.
Hey, what's up, gamers? It's your boys. Welcome back to episode 3 of the, for right now named, Young People Protest. It's me, Spencer, hanging out with my boy Charles.
Spencer, why are you always so excited? You have this
Charles.
initial burst of energy at the beginning of every podcast, and it slowly dies down.
It's so that then, right off the bat, they're like, wow, these people must be super energetic, and then they'll relate to us more, and then they'll want to keep listening.
Okay, so what you're saying is, I should be the Eeyore of this group, the really low energy, kind of like sad, like, hi guys, today we're gonna talk about things.
You're already like that, so you don't have to pretend.
Damn. All right, Spencer. That's fine. You can attack me. That's fine. I'm okay. All right.
Sorry, Charles.
Yeah, you're sorry. Are you? Are you though?
Not really.
That's what I thought. All right. So today is a very special day. Third time's the charm. Episode 1, episode 2. We were just starting, getting things together. But now we've upgraded. I've upgraded. I have a better setup, slightly, ever so slightly better setup. You've upgraded since the first episode. Everything's going great.
So yeah, if you've stuck with us for the 3 episodes, I'm sorry.
We're the only podcast, I think, that apologizes for being here.
Yeah.
We're just like, hey, thanks for listening, and we're sorry that we made this.
Sorry in advance.
Sorry in advance. So today is a very special day. Well, it's not as special as it could be, but
it's one day off from being special, right?
Yeah, it's one day off from being special. Today is the penultimate day before my birthday. It's the penultimate birthday.
Yay! Happy birthday, Charles!
Right. In about 6 hours, I'm gonna be 19 years old, which will be all sorts of fun.
That's why this podcast is going to be a 6-hour-long podcast, so we hope you can stay with us for the long haul.
I'm playing Magic in about 2 hours, so I don't know how that's going to work out.
Never mind, it's just going to be a 2-hour podcast, and Charles is lame.
Yeah, I gotta go play Magic the Gathering, I know. How terrible. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to come back, my sister's going to come to Boston, we're going to eat lunch, and then I'll probably do homework the rest of the day.
Exciting.
I know. I'm a very exciting person. I have to write this essay on a MFA artifact. So it's like the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. They have all these artifacts from the ancient Greek world. And so one of my essays is to write about one of those artifacts. And to take a selfie with it, actually.
Ooh, which artifact?
I picked a weight. Hold on, I have the link.
Wait.
A weight, yeah.
Like just something that's heavy?
Yeah, literally here. I'll put it in the chat. Here we go. That's what I put. It's literally just a weight.
Could have picked, literally anything more interesting.
Here's the thing, Spencer. I'm sure other people, you basic white people, would have picked something like, I don't know, a sword, a helmet, or like a bow or some stupid thing like that.
You need to pick like the shield of Amun-Ra.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so you have 2 options for your essay. You have the ancient shield of Amun-Ra, fabled to be, to let you command the dead and smited down the god Erebos, or a weight. Man, but no, I just I walked around the MFA like a month ago. I walked around for like 2 hours. It was actually really enlightening. It was really nice to look at all the artifacts and like connect it to what I'm studying in archaeology right now.
Right. I was there like a couple of months ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That was the place. It just had like the whole bunch of sections, right?
Yeah, it has a lot of sections. I was particularly interested in the Asian art section, like the Islamic art and the Chinese art and the Japanese art. And unfortunately, BU doesn't have classes on that, or at least they're not available because there's no professor to teach them. So I'm forced to take like Greek and Roman archaeology right now, which is not as interesting, but it's fine. It's fine. But no, the weight is actually really interesting because it's one of those side effects of trade where it's like as people started trading more, you need a standardized weight to measure all of your goods. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, I suppose that would be pretty.
and then interesting fact about it is also this piece of art. I'll put the link in the description. This piece of art has the word stater inscribed on it, so Stater, but it's in like ancient Greek. And stater is a unit of weight, but it is also a unit of currency. Because the ancient Greeks, what they did was they used weight, like a certain amount of weight of a metal, and that's like 1 unit of currency. So it's very interesting how interconnected weight and money is. Whereas today, the heavier the money, the less it's probably worth, like at least in America.
The coins.
Yeah, like if you have like a really
That-
like $100 bills, right? How much weight of $100 bills would you need before it equals like a quarter? You know what I mean? So it's like very, very interesting that weight and value were so connected, and nowadays it's like the less weight it has, the more value it usually is. It's very
like
interesting.
you get $1 and then you trade that for 3/4, and then you trade that for 4 nickels, and then you trade that for 5 pennies, and then you get more stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how it works. That's exactly how it works. Oh, but also I looked at some of these coins online. So for example, like an ancient Greek stater, it's like $8,000. It's crazy.
The weight.
Not the weight. No. The weight
Oh.
is probably worth more, frankly. But like the coins themselves. Like for example, if we go on the shopping list, ancient Greek stater, do you want an $8,750 coin?
It's just a shopping list of. All
There's
right.
like there's literal coin websites. There are websites where collectors will buy and sell coins.
Wait, you know what? Actually, yeah, it's very.
Do you want a $10,000 500 BC Greek silver coin? Because you can get that.
You know what? People always love with money. Misprints. People look for
Oh
those.
yeah. What is it? It's like, isn't there like a misprinted U.S. penny? That's super worth a bunch. Oh, someone's trying to sell a misprinted 1-cent penny for $16,000. Who are you? Who are you? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like. Ooh. 1977 penny error penny. $500. I don't even know what the issue is.
That's insane. To be fair, though, you know, things only have the value other people give them. Like, magic cards, for example. Like, there's no real reason Black Lotus is worth, like, thousands of dollars. It's just that we give it that value, right?
It's like what the collectors want. Like, if it's
Yeah.
rare, like, it's immediately more money.
Mm-hmm. Whereas, in reality, you could probably just print out a Black Lotus for yourself, and, like,
Yeah, that'd
it
be
is
like-
functionally the same. It's just not, like, a collector's item.
It's kind of weird with collecting things. Because, like,
Although-
sometimes.
Although, to be fair, I feel like the love of that genre, or like the love of that fandom, is what drives that. So, for example, if you were given the opportunity to buy like Darth Vader's original suit, right? I think you would buy that for a lot of money.
That would be. That must go. Something like there's no way that would be sold. It has to be like auctioned off.
Yeah.
There's some like
I
you're not really
imagine.
gonna sell like things that rare. you'd have to like auction
That's
for
true,
even
you'd
more of
probably...
um. Speaking of auctions, you heard of the thing with the Banksy
Oh yeah,
painting?
his shredding or whatever.
Yeah. It
I mean, you
nobody.
know,
I was supposed to have a message saying "haha F society," but like at the same time, right when he did it,
it
it
just made it more expensive.
immediately more expensive,
Oh man, that's so funny.
and it only
Oh
shredded
man.
like halfway.
Yeah, here's the thing. Modern art is interesting. I'm not a big art person, you know. So it's a world that I am ignorant of. And the most art I have, frankly, in my room are just like two posters. One of them is a like map of Boston. One of them is a yin yang. So it's like there's really not much in here.
I like.
Oh, I do have this blank picture frame.
Ooh, that's art right there.
It's not supposed to be artistic. I just had a picture in there, and I was like, I'm like, oh, I should probably change the picture in here. It's been in here for
If
a
you
while.
Put it
I
in
want
just a piece of paper. It's art.
It's
You-
literally just a piece of paper in there right now, like a blank white copy paper. So I mean, if people walked in, I guess they could interpret it as art, but in reality, I just never decided what picture to put in there
See,
instead.
if you write a description of what it's supposed to look like, and then put it like in there as well, and you have to
Oh my
read
god,
it,
are you
imagine-
saying I should go do like the prank at like the modern art museum?
that
And just
people-
like bring
that's
that,
actually a
hang it
thing.
up, yeah, and then put like a little plaque that says like Charles Liang, and then name it something really like crazy. So like
a journey?
future, yeah, like Journey to the Future, right? And then all the art critics be like, "Oh my god, insane! This is crazy artwork. I don't know how he possibly thought of this." And then you'll have all the haters who are like, "I could have done that." It'll be great.
The contemporary art is just makes me kind of mad and also kind of impressed at the same time. People are like just dousing these canvases in just like black paint with like very slight variations, and
Yeah,
they
no,
go
Spencer,
for like
Spencer,
millions.
Spencer, you don't understand. It's modern art, man.
You're
It's
right, it's
modern
modern art.
That's right. Yeah, it's modern art. But yeah, it's just a blank photo frame right now. I should get a new photo. Maybe over Thanksgiving we should take a group photo and then I can hang it up.
Or you could make modern art.
That is true. I'm not
Just like
much of an
spill some
artist.
coffee on it.
I'm not much of an artist though. Who knows? So tomorrow's my birthday, which is gonna be fun. So why don't we? I wanted to look at this. I've never actually done this before. Famous people born on my birthday. Here we go. Let's have a look. All right. So this is November 10th. November 10th. Famous birthdays. So number 1, Josh Peck. Josh Peck, the guy who played Josh on Drake and Josh.
Oh,
Yeah, he was born on the same day. Yeah.
let's see. It says it says Martin Luther, the Protestant.
I love this. I love this.
November
yeah.
1483.
I'm on this website, famousbirthdays.com. And there's all these people like Josh Peck, all these like movie actors and actresses, pop singers, and then all of a sudden in the middle, Martin Luther. It's so weird. It's so weird. Martin Luther's number 18 though. Martin Luther's number 18. The man started a whole religion, and he's number 18 on famous people's birthdays.
You know what? You know what? Not a big deal as much as being an Instagram celeb.
Yeah, you're right.
To be fair.
You're right. He's not even as important as Issy Simpson, 9 years old, a magician who rose to stardom as a contestant on the reality competition series Britain's Got Talent. That's so funny. That's so funny. There's a surprising number of YouTube stars on here, though.
Oh yeah.
You know what? One day, Spencer, I'm gonna be on this list. Obviously, it'll be like
Yeah.
Charles Liang, podcast star.
We'll be famous for this. People
Yeah.
will eventually realize us.
Yeah,
And
after
then-
we're dead.
Yeah.
As with all good art, they don't realize it until you're dead.
Yeah.
That's how it
And
works.
then
That's how
and
it
then they
works.
probably won't even do.
Yep. Then there's like art classes and like
Like,
history
oh,
classes.
we'll study the brilliance that is
The podcast.
podcast.
Man, I guarantee you, podcasting is gonna become like an art class in fine arts in the future. Just like how like music and stuff, and like poetry and spoken word, like all of that. One day there's gonna be like fine arts. I'm a podcasting major. I guarantee you. I'll even look it up right now. Podcast classes at colleges.
I know, like,
It's
doing
gotta
things
be. There's gotta
audio's
be.
definitely a thing.
Yeah, like audio production.
Yeah, audio production. That's probably it.
100 podcasts from the world's best colleges.
Ooh, that's right. Most colleges probably have podcasts of them.
Yeah. I'm gonna look through some of these. Let's have a look here. Stanford. Okay. Stanford, #1 podcast, quantum mechanics. Yep.
All right. Yeah. Very
Ooh.
Is that what the
Historical
podcast-
Jesus.
historical Jesus.
Yeah,
We can talk
historical
about that
Je-
right now.
Historical Jesus sounds like a band name, doesn't it?
Hey, everyone, this is us, historical
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's like, welcome, we're Historical Jesus, and it's like a heavy metal, like, scream band, right?
Yeah, it would be like either heavy metal or a Christian band.
Oh, man. Oh, speaking of, Christian bands, I was looking up some sea shanties today,
Yeah.
to add to my Spotify playlist, and one of them is called, like, The Devil's Son, and I looked it up, and I was like, because when you look on Spotify, you have to, like, dig through all the other songs named the same thing.
Yeah.
One of them is like The Devil's Son, called by some other, I don't even know what band, but I started up and it's like quiet for a moment and all you hear is like, I'm the devil's son. Like, it's so crazy. I
Just
don't
like that kind of music is just the best and the worst. It's just like
the best part
screaming into their mic.
the best part is it starts off so like calm because it's just completely silent and it's just like, I'm the devil's son, and then out of nowhere it just explodes into like a crazy screaming. I gotta refill my water. I have my podcast pitcher right next to me. This pitcher of water. It's actually my roommate's, but I'm using it for today.
You're stealing it,
I am.
naughty dog.
I am a naughty dog. Water. Sponsor us, water.
Exactly. Water. We're 70% of it.
Look, Big Water, if you want to sponsor me, I will gladly shill water for you. This is specially crafted Boston City municipal water right here. This is tap water, baby.
See, tap water, yeah, municipal water, a-okay. But that bottled water stuff,
That's right. No. I'm not gonna buy into bottled water
don't do
because,
that.
like, environmentally, I think that's stupid. Just refill one bottle over and over again. Like, what are you doing, people? Don't be so lazy. Oh man, Harvard #1 podcast. The city of Sardis approaches in graphic recording.
Oh, should we copy them
Harvard. Oh man.
if they're the #1 podcast?
Well, at Harvard, only at
Oh,
Harvard,
at Harvard.
though. Yeah, they have like a listing here. UCLA, depression, psychiatric pitfalls and treatment. The top 3 podcasts at UCLA, depression podcasts. That's rough. Oh, I think these are all like specifically school podcasts. Yeah. I don't want that. I want like the crazy podcasts,
Just the
right?
crazy, like about people standing on chairs and screaming at people.
Yeah, I want like the crazy like I want a podcast from like one of those schools where it's like the dark side of the school and they only talk about like the really controversial stuff. Like like how some schools they can talk about mismanagement of funds. So like, oh, the computer students can't even afford computers, but then we see the president of the school driving by in their Bugatti, right? Like stuff like that. Look. All I'm saying is I like drama. I like drama. Not my own though. Not my own. I don't like my life having drama, but I like looking at other people's drama.
Yeah, I can't stand drama, and I would just like avoid it like the plague.
Mm-hmm. But listening to a podcast about it?
Listen to a podcast? Heck yeah.
I would listen to a podcast about it.
I looked up like the top rated podcasts, and like 5 of them are like WWE wrestlers.
Really?
Steve Austin show. I think there's one in the Ross Report. I think he's a wrestler.
Let me look at this. Time.com. Best podcasts of 2018.
Talk is Jericho.
Talk is Jericho.
Is Chris Jericho, the WWE guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, all of these Time.com, all of your podcasts are so serious. What is this? Like for example, this podcast they're saying is one of the best is called Caliphate, which is about like terrorism and ISIS.
You listen to the news for that. I'm not gonna go out of my way and be like, haha, people are dying.
One of them is Keep It, and it's like a show about latest pop culture news. One of these is called Making Obama. Oh my god! Night Call. The show called Night Call. The whole show is that the 3 hosts offer advice to people who send them emails or voicemails. Oh my god. Why are we not doing that?
Like,
why are we not
just
doing
get
that?
everyone else to help
on. Look, listeners, if you have your concerns, if you have questions, email them to us. We'll talk about it.
Wait, we don't even have any way to contact, so they can't.
I mean, I'll just like put an email somewhere.
Email in the link below. Click the link below.
Yeah, I'll make like a specific email for this. I'll probably call it like PP Boys, Young PP Boys or something.
That's a.
Let's see.
All right.
Let's have a look. Top podcast so far. Oh my god. All of these best podcasts are so serious. I'm not in the mood for this.
My sister recently, she's listening to like the Ben Shapiro podcast.
Ben Shapiro? Who's that?
He's like people on the internet are like memeing him because
he's an
it's
American conservative political commentator, writer, and lawyer. He's written 7 books. Fascinating.
I don't understand
Whoa,
things.
He has 657 episodes out already.
Wow. He's like a meme at this point because it's like people make a Ben Shapiro Rex feminist SJW, and it's like that's the video on the YouTube, and now everyone's like changing that sort of thing because like there's so many of them. It's just a meme at this point. So like Ben Shapiro destroys left wing with something, I don't know.
Ben Shapiro fights off Obama with nothing but a chicken pot pie, the American way. Like I don't.
Ben Shapiro owns Obama and sends him back to Kenya.
Oh man.
Pure knowledge.
That's alright. That's alright.
That's something that would pop up. Just.
That's so funny.
All right.
Oh man, what is this podcast? Call Her Daddy. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oof. What kind of podcast? And like the image is like a seductive image of 2 women, like looking at the camera.
Is it people who are is it people confused about think that their mothers are their dads? Because you said Call Her Daddy, right?
Oh, okay. So it's a sex podcast.
Ooh.
By Alexandra Cooper and her best friend Sophia Franklin, as they dive into the explicit details of their sex lives in New York City.
What?
Yep. That's it.
Hey, we could do that.
Here's the problem.
We have a very
Here's the problem with that. If we tried to make a podcast like this, it'd be maybe 5 minutes.
There won't be any topics.
It would literally be like, hey, we have no sex lives. And then it'd be 5 minutes of us making fun of ourselves for not having a sex life, and that's it.
We're
That's
cool people. Oh
That's
yeah.
it. Oh my! Some of these titles. Sliding into the DMs. It's time to get laid, boys. Alex and Sophia give men the ultimate guide to DM success. Oh, look.
Why do people listen to that stuff? I don't even
Alex
think it would be
and
entertaining.
Sophia are number 22. Number 22 on Podbay's podcast list right now. Look, Alex and Sophia, if you want to coach Spencer and I on how to get the ladies, we will be your experiment. We'll be your guinea pigs for free. You know, we'll see if your podcasts actually have any knowledge behind them. Because obviously, you're saying that you're experts because you have 9 episodes out on this. So
There's just 9 episodes and it's rated at 22.
yeah, they have 9 episodes on this. And their first episode came out October 3rd. Oh, no. This is just on Podbay. So it's probably like an older podcast that they just re-uploaded. But yeah, this is really funny. This is so funny.
Just some weird topics out there. Like some specifically, like there's some super specific ones.
Yeah. Oh no, this is, okay. Call Her Daddy, episode 2. Sophia discusses getting caught cheating thanks to her fat ass. Oof. Alright. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Are you? Do you need to know how to pick up men? Is this what you want to learn? Ooh, the Ben Shapiro Show, number 27.
What? It's just there.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Ben Shapiro, if you want to be on our show, I will gladly have you on my show.
Yeah.
We'll have a civil discussion on how you destroy the left wing people. It'll be great.
Yeah, but he might bring up politics without us wanting him to.
Oof,
and
politics.
we're not that kind of channel.
Exactly. Yeah, politics is oof. We don't want politics. But I will gladly talk to him about how he should fight off the Democrats with like a baguette. Just like walk in to Capitol Hill with a baguette. Let me tell you, say.
Alright, let's switch topics since I don't think we even did one topic, right? We did one topic.
We did my birthday. That's all. What's next? Weeb shit. Okay, Weeb shit. Spencer, I've been watching this new TV show, this new anime.
Yeah.
It's called Konosuba. I'll put a link in the description. It is.
Yeah,
it's
you don't
so
have
funny.
To link that.
You don't want to be associated with that, yeah? But no, Konosuba.
If people are interested enough, they'll look it up on their own. You don't
That's
have to
true.
link.
All right, you're right. So Konosuba is a parody series. So you know that trope where main character dies in the real world and they get reborn in like the fantasy world?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a trope that's been going on. There's like a bunch of anime, like ReZero, I guess SAO kind of, things like that. And so the hero dies, they are reincarnated, and they have like special ability, right? They're special for some reason. This show takes that and just makes fun of it. So like, for example, the main character goes and he is like fourth walling this. He's meta because he understands like, oh, I died and I'm reincarnated. He's like, he even has like a line where it's like, what is this? Some kind of anime? Like, it's so funny. But they take the normal character tropes and they like mess them up somehow. So for example, our hero has nothing special about him. He goes and he's like, hey, I'm gonna like wow everyone. This like where there's like a stat determination, like character creation scene where they're like, put your hand on this thing, it'll determine your stats. And so his inner monologue is like, this is where I show my stats to be insanely high and everyone's impressed. And he's like, oh, besides having a very high luck stat and like a good intelligence stat, you're pretty average. And he's just like defeated. He's just like, oh. Yep.
I mean, like, pretty much, yeah. Like, people are like, oh, I want to be in a fantasy world. But, like,
in reality, you
sucks.
weak as shit. Yeah, you're weak as shit. Like,
in any sort of, like, fantasy world, it sucks,
It
alright?
does.
Because if you walk on the road, like, anywhere, you'll get attacked by anything.
exactly.
Alright? any fantasy world that you can think of.
Exactly. That's why the Devil's Daughter or something. It's an anime where it's a modern fantasy world where it's like there's a devil king or like a demon king, and like the demon king was defeated, and now it's like a modern world. Let me have a look at this. The Devil's Daughter, I think. Devil's Daughter.
There's one thing I saw. It was the devil is a part-timer.
Yeah,
and it was Satan who went to the real world.
Yep.
But he got a job.
Here we go. Okay, so here's the
something.
anime that I was thinking of. I couldn't become a hero, so I reluctantly decided to get a job. So it's like all these in the same genre of the demon king has been beaten, or like the demon king is in the modern world, and they mix together like the fantasy elements with the modern elements. I like watching them because oftentimes they're very comedy filled. I don't like watching like the serious, like I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna kill all these demons. Like I don't like that kind of anime. Like if you look through my Crunchyroll queue real quick, Crunchyroll sponsor me. I'll take your money.
Actually, they fling sponsors everywhere.
I hope they sponsor us, because like my favorite anime is Gintama, and it's like a really comedy parody filled show.
Oh yeah, I've seen some things of that.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's one of those shows where they're not afraid to make fun of themselves. So like for example, the show's creator, he portrays himself as a gorilla. And like he oftentimes will put into the anime like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't get the manga done in time, so you're going to have a filler now. Good luck." Like it's so funny. Where he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm busy, okay?" Like it's so funny. And then the only like semi-serious anime that I watched is March Comes In Like a Lion, which is a shogi anime. You know shogi?
No, wait, yeah, I heard of it.
Shogi is the Japanese like chess type game. So March Comes In Like a Lion. Surprisingly, there's not much shogi. Like the shogi is kind of like a backdrop to it, but the real story is the main character's like isolation from the world and like his depression and like all that stuff. And it's a pretty lighthearted anime. In like the tone is pretty lighthearted, but it's pretty dark. Like his like I think the main character's family dies and he's just like unmotivated to do anything but play shogi, and like this is the anime. Yeah, the anime is like his journey into trying to become a more normal person and like have meaningful relationships. And that's the only like semi-serious anime that I watch. My Hero Academia, which is just like the normal superhero fantasy, right? Like
it's like it still has it was the cookie cutter shonen.
It's very cookie cutter, but it's still good because the animation's good. The powers are pretty like standard, right? Like they match the people's personality, right? Like main character guy is just like, I try really hard, which is pretty much embodied by the power, which is like the people before him have tried really hard and they pass on the trying really hard to the future people. And that's like his power.
I love that kind of trope with like any sort of the main characters in those.
If you just try harder, you can do it. That's the trope.
I have a goal. I'll be the very best. And that's the whole goal.
Yeah, even though there's nothing special about you, it's like if you try hard enough, no matter how unspecial you are, you can do it. Which is why I really like Konosuba, because there's nothing special about the main character. So he's just like so terrible, right? Like his combat potential is so low compared to all the other people. The only advantage he has is his really high luck, right? So it's really funny. So he kind of like stumbles into victories, and I like the main character in Konosuba because he's kind of a dirtbag. Like he's not like this self-righteous guy. He's like a bit of a pervert. He's not like this nice righteous savior guy. It's great. And then all the other characters are a bit like messed up too. It's so much fun, but messed up in like funny ways. So for example, one of the characters is a crusader. Right, like the class, she's a crusader class, and she's a masochist, so she just really enjoys fighting things in like a sexual way, and it's such a weird show. You have a character who is a like 14-year-old girl, and her obsession is just like explosion magic, which is like just one shot kill things. But after she uses it, she can't walk anymore. Like once she uses that ability, she can't do anything physically. She just like falls to the ground. And so there's just like, it's just a really funny comedy.
So like they're all just absolute.
Yeah, they're terrible. They're terrible. You cut out a little bit there, by the way.
Oh, hello?
Yeah. Oh. No, I hear you now. It's just like that one. You were saying like they're absolutely, and then you cut off. So yeah, Weeb shit. Weeb shit's good. Crunchyroll, sponsor me. Sponsor me. And then you can, and then if we get like a sponsor code, it can be like, go to crunchyroll.com/pp. It'd be great. It'd be great. Okay. Alright, so you put a topic here. Previous birthdays. Man.
What?
What's up with that? Your topic.
Wait,
previous birthdays, yeah.
Talk about, birthdays that we had in the past, and if anything exciting happened.
Okay. My birthdays aren't particularly exciting, but I do have this one memory. It's a while ago. I don't even know how long ago this was. Oh man, let's have a look. So 8 plus 10. It might have been 10 years ago, but it was my birthday. Some people came over. We were playing outside, as young kids do, you know.
Yeah.
And like a very large breeze picks up, right? Like it was like really windy that day. And so I was at the top of like a hill. And so I like outstretch my arms and I'm like, I am the god of wind, right? Immediately, even before I'm finished with the sentence, a giant gust of wind comes, blows some leaves into my eyes. So all you hear is, I am the god of wind.
Just divine intervention. Just happened.
The actual god of wind was like, nah, fam, you little kid, you're not the god of wind, and like flicked some wind at me. It was so great. Yeah, it's so funny. But besides that, I don't really have any memorable birthdays. I'm pretty boring. I don't know.
To be fair, I'm also pretty boring. There's really one that's kind of that I had in high school that I can talk about.
Oh yeah.
So it was the same day of a fencing tournament that I was in, and you probably remember it. I don't know if everyone knew it was my birthday, but it was junior year, and it was the end of the ECC, the regional fencing tournament.
Oh, you're gonna get doxxed.
Uh-oh. They don't know what that means.
I mean, you could literally just look it up.
No, you can't. No, don't even do it. Alright, so speaking of that,
yeah. Oh, wait.
What? You instantly dox me?
Instantly doxed you.
Oh,
instantly
dang.
doxed you.
Alright. Oh well, I guess I'll just get murdered in my sleep. Okay. So yeah, it was the tournament, and it was my birthday at the same time. So I had like luck on my side.
Ooh, luck on your side, yeah.
And I went through the whole thing, and then I didn't. But I got third place though.
Easy.
And that was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I was able to just be like, ha ha, it's my birthday while I hold the thing.
Ha
and
ha.
I actually meant
it's my birthday.
Yeah.
You're funny.
The funniest part, probably like afterwards, we all went out to a place to eat stuff.
Oh, Chili's?
The Chili's, yeah.
Garbage. Chili's is garbage,
yeah.
but it's Chili's. If you want to sponsor us, I will promote your garbage food.
All those
I'll still call it garbage
chains?
though. I can't lie to the people. It's still garbage, but I will promote your food.
Those restaurant chains are just like, I don't like them at all. But everyone went there, so I went anyway. The funniest part was like I'm allergic to milk and stuff, so I can't like have desserts and stuff.
Oh, I remember this. I remember this story.
Yeah. So yeah, we were all eating food. I ate my food, and I didn't want to tell anyone that was my birthday because I didn't want the entire staff to come running at me.
Come and sing, yeah.
To come and sing. But of course the people with me are like, it's your birthday, you have to, and they were like, it's this guy's birthday.
In that exact voice? In that exact voice? Like, it's your birthday.
It's this guy's birthday. Hey, I'm paraphrasing right now. It's this guy's
Oh, man.
birthday, and then they're like, "Oh, really? Okay, we'll be right back." And then they
Happy birthday! Da-da-da-da-da. I
Happy,
wish it were my
birthday
birthday,
from the
so we
Chili's
continue to... Yeah, something like that.
And I was like, "Yeah, great." And they
Yeah,
like, "Hey,
yeah, great.
pick a free dessert." And I'm like, "All right." And I'm allergic to that stuff, so I just picked something at random, and I'm like, "All right, I'll take this."
Didn't you
And then
get, like...
they gave it.
You got, like, a molten lava cake, right? Isn't that
It
what
was
you got?
something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they brought that out, and then it was like half a minute.
Mhm.
I was just like looking at it. I'm like, oh well, I can't eat this. Hey, you guys can have it if you want. And then immediately everyone picks up a fork and or spoons, and they just destroyed it. At least it must last for like 2 or 3 minutes.
They just
there were, like,
immediately
5
went
other
for it.
people there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was I eating? I don't think so. I think I was at a different table.
I don't.
Cause I don't remember eating your molten lava cake. I just remember
You must
it
have been
being
at
there.
a different table.
Yeah, I just remember it being there. I don't remember eating it. But yeah, that that was really funny. Because they're like, here, have this free dessert, and you're just like, I can't eat this.
I literally can't eat. I will be in pain. Well, like there wasn't any like thing I could eat for dessert, so I just
Yeah, because almost all of their desserts are like chocolatey this, ice cream this.
get
you
our
know.
super chocolate.
Yeah. Which is great for me, because I love chocolate, but not necessarily for you.
Yeah, it was also
Speaking of chocolate, Ghirardelli, I don't even know how to pronounce this. Ghirardelli, Intense Dark, 72% cocoa, sponsor me. I love this chocolate. I bought this like 2 days ago. I bought 2 bags because they were on sale at CVS. Buy one, get one 50% off. And I also had to pick up some asthma medicine. And I got this. And this was like 5 days ago. I'm already 1.5 bags through. I only have half a bag left.
just like chugging chocolate. Like you should just melt it and then just start chugging it.
Yeah. No, these are like the chocolate squares. So I'll eat them while I'm like doing homework or like studying or doing something, and you know, you just keep eating them and you don't think about it until you're 1.5 bags through.
You're just eating them like chips.
Yeah, like I have look, Spencer. I have a problem. I have a problem. I eat way too much of that stuff, but that's okay though. I'll exercise it off eventually. Although to be fair, I gotta be like fencing during high school. I think was probably like the most fit I've ever been.
Yeah, I haven't exercised.
Yeah, I have to
pretty much
imagine
at
it's
all
the same
since
for
then.
you because during fencing it was like 6 days a week, intense exercise for at least 2 hours a day, right? But nowadays it's like, I'll go to the gym this week. Why
Yeah,
not?
I might go to the gym. I might just do some squats today.
We peaked in high school.
Yeah.
In terms of our physical activity. I think. I don't think I'll ever get to that level again, because like that's 2 hours every day, almost every day.
Yeah,
anyway.
we
Like I can't do that. I don't have it in me. But yeah, no, our thighs. Woof, my thighs. Like when I flexed my thighs, I could knock off like a cup or something with my thighs.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
so
or-
great.
our
Yeah,
strong muscular thighs.
that's right. And then once I got to college, I started doing more like upper body stuff too. So now I'm a bit more like even now. I've got like the dad bod going on where I'm just like evened out. But in high school it was like super intense leg day, and then my upper body was kind of like
Just like the having the proportions wrong.
Yeah, it's like the guy who only lifts but reversed. It's like always leg day, but never anything else.
All like just like giant leg. That's
Oh man, yeah, it's great. And then and then our right arms were stronger than our left arms. Wink.
oh
Wink.
wait, yeah.
It's because we had to
In
hold
fencing,
the foil. Yeah.
the foil is in your right arm, so we're like, oh, my right arm's stronger than the left, but
Yeah.
that's
So we're like Hellboy.
we're not holding our swords. We're holding our swords.
Yeah. Wink.
Wink.
Oh man, this is why we're called young boys. Come on, we're so immature. It's great. Okay, let's move on.
Alright.
Tabletop Simulator. Oh my goodness, Tabletop Simulator. Sponsor us. Great game. Yeah, Tabletop Simulator is a great game. Like all of the games that are on there.
I wouldn't
the
even
game
call
is
it a
cheap.
game.
Okay, you're right. It's not really a game, quote unquote. It's a simulation. It's a shell for you to play board games, and it simulates physics. So like you can pick up dice, you can move cards and all that. You can flip the table, which I don't really do that often, but you do for some reason. I don't.
Yeah, you gotta.
Do you
There's a
though?
flip table button.
Do you though?
It's there.
Oh man. And then
But yeah, it essentially just like you just play like Sorry online or like Uno.
I think you're underselling it here.
Hey, I might be overselling it.
I think you're underselling it because the kind of games that are available on there range from like all the Magic cards in existence to Betrayal in the House on the Hill to D&D to Gloomhaven to the Dark Souls board game to all these crazy complex board games that you can get in this game. And in real life, you'd have to pay hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars for this, right? But for the cheap price of $20, you can play all of them digitally. And I was talking to my friend Addison about this, and he was like, I don't get the appeal of that. And I was like, well, you know, all my friends live far away, so we can't get together and play the board game. We have to, like, be online, basically. And he was like, yeah, no, I still don't get it. And I was like, well, you know, you gotta have, like, friends who are at other places. He's like, no. He's like, no.
Yeah,
I don't have any friends. Yeah, he's like, I don't have any friends who I play board games with. I was like, oh. That's a little bit sad. Like, I don't know, man. Personally, I think if your friends don't want to, like, play board games, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing? Get yourself some new friends.
Yeah, if they don't play board games, see ya.
Yeah, exactly.
Not friends.
But yeah, I like it. My favorite part about it is actually being able to explore new board games too. So like, I guess in a sense, like try before you buy, quote unquote.
Yeah, that's
like,
a pretty good thing.
If we were living closer together, and we could like actually visit every weekend,
yeah,
we'd probably do like try this game online before we buy it in real life. Like I think that's like a good use for it. Like for example, that game. What was that game?
I mean, well, most of the games are from the Steam Workshop, which isn't like officially recognized stuff. So most of the board games on there, like people like went out of their way to just like upload the game onto a virtual thing.
And like, if there are models, if they're physical models, they have to model those models themselves. If there are specific pieces, like board pieces, they have to upload those images. Like everything is custom made, right?
Like they don't make any money off of it really, except for maybe like a donation. Not many people ask for donations.
Yeah, I guess people just want to play board games with people. You know, I think that's like an eternal drive that will never go away.
It's just
even, you know, people who are separated by distance, like for example, Zach lives across the country from us. There's no way we could get together and play board games, you know.
No.
So, like maybe you and me, we could possibly do it because we only live like 3 hours away. But like, you know, I'm not gonna fly across the country to play board games. You know what I mean? Did you just roll dice?
I dropped a dice yet.
Yeah, I think Tabletop Simulator is great. Especially because they have all of the Magic cards.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's right. That's pretty insane. Because sometimes Magic cards they go for like tons of money.
I
like
know, it's crazy.
$dollars sometimes.
It's crazy.
But like, it's all free there. Haha.
Yeah. Have you played Magic the Gathering Arena though?
I have not tried that yet.
It's pretty fun. It's definitely a lot better than Magic Origins or Magic, whatever Magic, the older Magic game. They had a Magic game before this, where it was like around the time the Origins expansion came out, and that was not a good game. Like it was much worse than this one. So thankfully they made it better. Okay, so next on the list, this is one of your topics: people who use too much deodorant. I don't know why you said that.
I don't know. I didn't think it would be that big of a topic, but there certainly are people like I guess it's not really. You'd rather people have too much than too little, but like
Yeah.
I know in high school or at like gyms,
Yeah.
like people always just like have tons of
The
like
locker room is an
acts.
asthmatic's worst nightmare.
It's just it's awful
Mm-hmm.
because it just smells like the bad cologne and stuff. It's not. It doesn't smell good really. It smells
Mm-hmm.
like cologne.
To be fair, though, I think people underestimate how effective cologne is, right? Because standard use, quote unquote standard use, is like 1 or 2 puffs from a distance, right? But you see a lot of the people just like spray it all over themselves,
Yeah.
which is like way too much because the recommended use is just 1, 2, right? Like spritz, that's it. And that's like, that should be enough to get you through 24 hours or however long, right?
If I don't smell like clean alcohol, like what's the point?
Oh man. As someone who has like airway problems sometimes, that really annoys me. Because sometimes when I walk into like locker rooms, I'll like have a tickle in my throat or like I'll cough a bit and like I'll have a little bit of trouble breathing. And I'm like one of the lucky ones where my problem is just like a genetic problem, and like because I run and like I do a lot of cardio, it's not as big of a deal. So like my lungs are healthy, but I just happen to have trouble breathing sometimes. I'm lucky. But if you're someone who's like has a weaker lung capacity and like has asthma, like you will have some terrible issues when you walk into that locker room.
Let's see what other topics we got.
That was it. That was all you wanted to say.
Okay. Hey, I don't know what else to say about this topic right now.
Okay. All right. Fine. Oh. Speaking of asthma and like asthmatics, I recently had to get a inhaler. It's a new development in my life. I have never had to had one of these before. My mom and sister do though, and I was prescribed it by the doctor at like BU's medical office or whatever. I had an appointment, and I was expecting it to be like $20, right? Like cheap medicine.
Oh.
It's $40. It's $40. One inhaler is $40, Spencer.
Good old medicine.
Yeah, and my insurance doesn't cover this, so I'll
They
probably
won't cover inhaler. That's pretty important. I feel like.
yeah, I don't know. I have like the school insurance, and they don't cover it for some reason. But I'll probably end up just taking my mom and sister's inhalers because they have better insurance than me, and it covers their inhalers.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll probably just take theirs in the future. It's great. But yeah, I have yet to use it actually. I'll probably use it either Monday when I go to the gym, because like I only ever have problems when I do the gym. So it should be interesting. Test that out.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah. Thankfully, though, the doctor, she tested out like all of my lung stuff. So she was like, do the normal breathe in, breathe out, and test like how much can you breathe out in 1 second, right? And so she was like, "Oh wow, you have actually pretty strong lungs, and you have like a big lung capacity, so you should be fine."
I have strong lungs.
Yeah. So basically, the test is like a very rough test where they give you this plastic, like it looks almost like a miniature trumpet, and there's a little dial on it, and they just tell you to breathe in as deep as you can, and just one really sharp breath, just like, right, like you're blowing out a candle or something. That's what they described it as. And so you just blow into the thing, the dial goes up, and it shows you how much. And I blew up, and it was like I was like 75 or like 85% of the way to 100%. It was great. I got strong lungs, man.
some of those buff lungs, like you have you been working out. You got like lung muscles.
Yeah, those lung muscles though. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is on that deodorant topic, to be fair. I don't know. People, you don't need as much deodorant as you think. You probably are the only one who thinks you smell most of the time. So just 1 or 2 sprays or just very light application, you'll be fine.
Just like spill into a bath. But bathe yourself in some like whatever.
Natural oils?
Natural oils. I'm gonna pour some lavender oil all over me.
Natural oils, man. That's ridiculous. Oh, man. Alright. Ooh, here's a good topic. You put this one. Marvel movies.
So yeah, Marvel movies. They release so many of them. It's like it's just kind of impressive on how they were able to do it because
Yeah.
they started with like, oh, like at the time when like the first kind of Marvel cinematic movie happened, like the Batman movies were pretty big,
Yeah.
right? Because like
Like Arkham, the Arkham series or whatever, where it's like the Dark Knight and stuff like that.
there were those video games. I think that came after. So it was like the movies, you know, with the Batman. I forgot what the actor was. It was like the Dark Knight.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the Dark Knight.
That movie.
Yeah.
That was pretty popular. I think Iron Man was the first one. I think.
Mm-hmm. What was the let's
And
see. MCU first movie. It might have been Iron Man.
like they have this whole like timeline of
Or
like
it might
how
have
they
been
did
it
it.
might have been maybe the Hulk? Let's have a look here.
I think the Hulk was the first one, but it was like before they had like the whole universe idea. They kept making movies, and then like suddenly it was like, haha, this is a giant universe. And not many movies are like that. And now they have like a billion sequels, but they're all like unique movies almost.
Here we go. So on the Wikipedia page, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is Earth 19. Oh no, it's Earth dash 199,999.
What?
Yeah, it is Earth 199,999. That is.
Oh yeah, the
universe
comics, they
number.
keep doing like weird universe things, like
Yeah, like they had the one where they're all zombies, stuff like that.
it's so they could keep making spin-off series.
Yeah, they have infinite universes. I mean, as long as the people are creative enough to make new things, you know, they can keep going.
But yeah, like I can't believe just how many there are and how they can still keep it rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it's just so many.
Okay, but to be fair, Marvel is very strange in the sense that they don't follow the DC style, right? Where DC is very stereotypical superhero, you know, in cape and tights included, right? Whereas Marvel is more willing to go into like crazy superheroes, right? Like,
Yeah.
what's his face?
The
Squirrel Girl.
raccoon.
You know, like Squirrel Girl is one of the more ridiculous superheroes. Where it's like
that should be their next movie.
like, there's no way DC would ever make something like that. Their tone is so much darker and like grittier. So like Constantine, Batman, Superman is like the Wonder Boy, so he doesn't count. But even he gets really dark sometimes. So it's like there's a lot more room for levity and room for crazy stuff, like Deadpool, right? Like there's no DC equivalent of like a Deadpool, right? Or at least one that's as well known. So I like that Marvel is just more willing to just go off the rails and be not necessarily unconventional, because I think, you know, Marvel's not necessarily crazy in terms of their originality or anything like that. I just think they do it very well, but they're willing to just be crazy, and I like that a lot.
See, there's the thing where like superheroes, like comic book superheroes, like they're supposed to be like vibrant and crazy. That's the whole point. So like the DC universe, those movies that they're releasing recently, they're trying to make them all super edgy.
Yeah,
Like
it was
they
weird.
have this whole like filter to make everything like gray.
Yeah. I know what you're
green.
talking about. Like Wonder Woman, right? She's supposed to be like this symbol of hope and like this.
I'm an Amazonian woman who does
Don't need no man, right? Like
no man.
the kind of
Gray and
the
gritty.
kind of stuff from that. You know, she has like the whip of truth and stuff like that. And then they made the new movie, and it was like, do you really have to be like this? Like, you don't have to be like, I'm intent, there's Germans shooting at me. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. Like, you could have
Like-
made a ridiculous movie. Like, it would have been fine.
So you see, like Superman, they made him edgy. Everyone, like Superman's supposed to be like the most out there.
Superman is
kind of
supposed,
person.
yeah, he's like the most, like, white, cut and clean superhero where he's like invulnerable basically, and he has all these values, and it's like he of all superheroes has much less potential for like the darkness. You know, he's not like a Batman. Like he's not a Batman, right? Batman is like, my parents died and now I do this, right? Superman is just like, hey, I have powers and I think the world should be better, right?
Like Superman, he's like an average guy. His main enemy, evil CEO. That's his main enemy. Lex Luthor. Like that's what he does. He doesn't like be like, oh, I'm fighting with the worst of mankind. Like, it's a crazy CEO guy.
Yeah, and like Lex Luthor, to be fair, he's like a really good villain, but he's not like a world-ending villain, right? Like
haha,
Lex Luthor is no Thanos, right? As much as I think Lex Luthor is like a very well-written character and like he's more nuanced, right? He's no Thanos, right? Like he's not gonna obliterate half the universe. You know what I mean?
He's like, haha, I don't.
Oh man,
No,
I bet you there is a Superman versus Thanos like theory crafting. I bet you. Let's have a look here.
No,
Here
wait,
we go.
there's
Superman versus
plenty of-
Thanos. Who would win? Yep. All right.
You ever see any of those Thanos memes?
Like what? Like the
Like,
Thanos
even
did
now-
nothing wrong. or
like yeah, the
whatever?
Thanos did nothing wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's like people who ironically agree with Thanos,
Mm-hmm.
and then like just because he says some stuff in the movies, and it's just like they're like, oh, I don't even know.
To be fair, I think I think MCU Thanos is pretty well done, right? Like I think he is believable in the sense that like I could imagine a madman who's gone mad, like from
That's how you do
the
a
death.
good character.
Yeah, like for example, let's say you replaced Thanos with, instead of like a crazy space alien, replaced him with like someone who was in one of the Eastern European countries, right? Make him like an Eastern European guy who went through sort of the 1960s era of like Soviet oppression, right? And like all those issues with Stalin, and replace Thanos with someone from there, and that's like perfectly believable, right? Where he's like, there's too many people, you know, we should cleanse them. Like, it's perfectly believable.
See, what's good about Thanos is he's not like the cookie cutter evil guy, because he's not like, I'm gonna destroy everyone because I feel like it. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Good guy.
Yeah, I think, yeah, because the best villains are the ones who believe they're the good guy, right? Which is why I think it plays better when you have a villain like that, and then kind of an anti-hero style of hero, you know what I mean? Like, for example,
Yeah.
instead of Chris Evans being like Captain America, they turned him into a little bit more edgy, right?
Yeah,
And I think that suited it well. I think that suited it well. I think that was like a good tone shift, right? Because he's disillusioned with the world, where he's like, look, we saved all of you from all of these world-ending threats, and this is how you treat us, right? But he still wants to protect the world, right? I think that's like a good storyline there.
There's just like whole story arcs in like all the movies, so you kind of have to watch. It's part of their marketing thing. You have to watch
all of them.
the other movies, or you won't understand the story arcs.
Was that a Steam message? Is that what just happened?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't even have Steam open.
But like, oh, you didn't watch Captain America Winter Soldier? You won't understand why he has this certain nuance to him then.
Doesn't...
So, yeah.
Oh my god, I'm trying to remember. I think in Civil War, doesn't he like meet the great-grand-nephew or like grandniece of like someone he knew in the war?
Maybe? I don't know. I don't remember that.
Civil War, Captain America. I'm pretty sure he meets like someone. Let's have a look here. It's like an agent of some sort. It's like this blonde girl. Here we go. Yep. Okay. Emily Van Camp as Sharon Carter. Sharon Carter being Peggy Carter's niece. Peggy Carter being a woman in Captain America. So it's a character that was in Captain America: The First Avenger and Captain America: The Winter Soldier. So I found that weird where they had like this strange subplot. Like I don't. It's so weird, right? Because Captain America has this like weird subplot of romance with this girl. I'm like, that is the woman's niece. Like, what are you doing, Captain America? You are like 80 years old, my dude. Like, come on.
Oh wait, there was one thing. There's a lot of small details, but like I think Captain America, he had a notebook, and it's like things I missed. It was like this one short scene, but I've seen like a Reddit post, like where it zoomed it in, and it's like a whole bunch of like things that happened.
Let's have a look. Things I missed. Captain America. Let's have a look here. Notebook. No? Okay.
I don't know. It was really
Captain America Notebook.
It wasn't really. It was like
I see it.
A super short scene.
I see it. So there's like a bunch of images of this. Let's have a look. Things I've missed. I Love Lucy, Moon Landing, Berlin Wall, Steve Jobs, Pisco. Pisco. Oh, it's an alcohol. Thai food. Star Wars / Trek. Nirvana band. Rocky 2 ? And then Trouble Man soundtrack. Trouble Man soundtrack. What is Trouble Man? Released on 1972, and it's just a famous R&B song, like a famous R&B album, I guess. Okay. Oh, but apparently the Notebook changes depending on which country you watch the film in. Yeah,
that's just some people are
that's
so
really interesting. Okay, so for example, in France, they have France, Louis the Foons, Coluche, Daft Punk, The Fifth Element. That's really interesting. In the UK, they have the Beatles, the World Cup Final 1966, Sean Connery. So it's basically just like he missed the things in that particular country, wherever you're watching it, I guess.
Like sometimes, yeah, movies with those sort of small details, like it's kind of impressive because like they know people are gonna like go through and at the time and like just like find this small.
Yeah, they for each country, yeah, even Italy, Russia, South Korea, Spain, Australia, like it's different for all of these. So they put like historical events. So for example, Russia, they have like Yuri Gagarin, which I think is like the first man on the moon.
No, he's in space, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah, first man in space. He's like the first guy to go orbit, yeah. In South Korea, they put Ji-sung Park, which I think is like I think he's like a famous. Oh, he's a famous soccer player. Okay. But yeah, like it's just very interesting how in each one they have different. In Mexico, the Mexican version, one of the things is Shakira.
Shakira.
He missed Shakira. Yeah. He missed Shakira. That's so funny. That's so.
We should break right now.
Take a break. All right, let's take a break.
Yeah, because I need to pee.
All right, let's go. Take a pee. Alright, I hit record again. Let's go. Oh man, I'm back.
We're back.
Woo! That was a good break. Oh man. I'm drained. We were recording for like an hour.
Yeah.
I'm done. My energy is gone after talking about
low
Marvel
energy.
Movies. Yeah. Welcome to the last like 30 or 40 minutes of the podcast. I'm gonna be low energy.
Lasting until your birthday. We're still going 5 hours.
That's not possible. There's no way that's ever gonna happen. The only way that would ever happen, Spencer, is if we got like a bunch of people together and we did a live podcast, like a sleepover podcast.
People do that. Like, you ever see on Twitch, like, there's this whole section for podcasts.
Yeah, it's called like just chatting, right?
There's like actually a podcast section.
Oh, is it like just called podcast? Okay, podcast.
Well, there's just chatting and a podcast one. The podcast one's more well produced because it's actually just essay. And just chatting is just people with their phones and they're talking to the text chat. It's, to be honest, that's kind of scary when I thought, because they're walking around in the street, they have their phone on a stick pointing towards them, and they're reading off a thing and just talking about it, just to their camera.
I think
in
it's
the middle
common
of the road.
enough nowadays that people will be like, "Oh, whatever," like it's not.
To be honest, if I only see it on Twitch. So like, if people don't watch Twitch, like they won't have any idea what's going on. Like, unless we're at like a convention or something.
Spencer, Twitch allows you to upload things.
Oh yeah, is that another medium for us to put things on? Not, because then it'll probably want us to do it live.
It just says here like drag or drop or select things to upload. Let me just see if it'll let me upload. Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, I think I can literally just upload the. All right, guys. If you're listening to this on twitch.tv/charchar159, I'm gonna upload. I'm gonna upload all of the previous podcasts.
If we're gonna upload it to Twitch, we gotta make a separate account. Just this.
Oh, like a young people protest, yeah.
I guess so.
Young boys. Yeah, well, we can do that. So yeah, Twitch. Because here's the thing: SoundCloud only lets you upload a certain number of minutes every month, I think. So I think I'm at my limit already with just the previous two things. Yeah, here we go. I have 13 minutes left.
You ever get the second episode on YouTube yet?
No, I don't think I did. I actually don't remember if I did. I probably didn't.
What other like mediums do we got?
There's a bunch of podcast websites, but all of them require you to pay money. That's
lame.
That's the problem.
We're not gonna pay money to give people our free podcast.
So like, I'll
don't gain anything from.
I'm probably just gonna end up doing only YouTube and Twitch for the time being, unless I just happen to like fall into unnecessary amounts of money. Then I'll
unless if we somehow make tons of money.
Yeah, because SoundCloud Pro Unlimited is $12 a month, right?
Ooh.
So it's like, I don't necessarily see any reason to that, because this is just like a hobby. Like, no one listens to this except for Zach and like our friends, basically,
and our parents. And
have you showed your parents this podcast?
I know my dad listens to it.
How do you know your dad listens to it?
He tells me.
Oh yeah. Did he comment on our our topics? Did he comment on anything? Does he have
sometimes?
Oh man, Mr. Keelty, if you listen to this, hi.
Hi, Dad. Thanks for watching this. I've been listening to this.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Whatever you're doing. Whatever. It might be on YouTube. It might be on whatever. It doesn't matter. But yeah, no, a lot of like podcast websites like Podbean, SoundCloud. There's a bunch of other ones. There are a bunch of other ones. But yeah, most of them cost money. Alternatively, you could start your own website and upload there, but running your own website costs money. So it's like,
it costs money.
So, you know, YouTube and Twitch is like the best we have for now, I guess.
Like, yeah, we want to do this with not having to spend any money. Because too bad.
All right, I gotta refill
Super
my.
low
Get another cup from my podcast pitcher.
Your podcast picture.
Yeah,
water.
my PP.
Ooh. Branding.
Yeah.
Check out our e-store for our
e-store. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, so we can sell products that only start with P.
Exactly.
So like podcast products, PP.
Yeah, podcast
pitcher, podcast peach,
What?
Yeah, like we'll sell peaches. And it'll be a peepee.
Podcast parka,
Podcast parka, and it'll have our logo on it,
which
we haven't made
don't
yet.
have one.
Still, yeah, we still don't have a logo yet.
I have a prototype one. It's awful. It's just like a red circle with our with the title in it.
Like YPP or like Young People Protest?
It's like the word.
Ah, okay, Young People Protest. Okay. I mean that's fine. I want to try looking at YouTube uploading. Or like not YouTube, iTunes. Oh my god, I get all these,
right. They
all
need
these things.
They need the icon or whatever.
Yeah, they need an icon. Because I think I can just connect my YouTube feed to it, as far as I know.
Ooh.
Yeah, as far as I know, I can just do that. YouTube RSS. Yeah. But yeah, I think things are getting interesting. Okay, so we talked about Marvel movies. So now let's talk about. Oh, we already talked about Magic the Gathering.
We already talked about that.
Clothes / fashion. This is another one of yours.
Haha. Clothes and fashion.
Yeah, just
I'd like to think
go ahead.
I'm a fashion guy, but I'm not. Don't like fashion.
Okay.
All right. So my apparel, I always either wear jeans, t-shirt, all the time. That's
Or
all.
shorts
That's
and a
really all
t-shirt.
that I wear, or maybe shorts sometimes.
Or if you're feeling risque, shorts, long sleeve, socks and sandals.
Exactly. So no, I never that. You gotta wear the cargo shorts with a leather jacket above, and then the socks and sandals, and you gotta have your katana on your waist
And a fedora.
with the fedora as well. That's the good fashion.
Oh man, here's
But
the
I
problem.
literally wear like the same things,
Yeah.
like, the same style all the time.
To be fair though, that's like a very like cheap way of living, to be honest, because if you're gonna buy more fashionable clothes, often it is way more expensive than it should be. Like for example, ripped jeans, like
It's just stupid.
they charge you more to remove material, like or like remove quality, right? Like it's just so strange, so strange.
Like yeah, because like I don't. People wear stuff for fashion. I just wear it if it's like comfortable. Because like I'd wear sweatpants all the time if I could, but apparently that's socially unacceptable. So I have to wear at least jeans.
To be fair though,
Society, am I
okay,
right?
but to be fair though, if you walked into a bank and everyone was wearing sweatpants and like a baggy t-shirt, I don't know if I would go to that bank anymore.
To sketch. Let's see. So what some of those name brands? Supreme.
Oof. Yeah, Supreme.
It's just kind of impressive on how they could ship out such low quality clothes
You mean
at
a brick?
such high prices. They can't literally have a Supreme.
You mean a brick? Yeah.
Literally
Do you want a Supreme brick? Kickstarter. We can start a Kickstarter.
Let's make a whole house made of Supreme bricks.
Yeah. We could do it.
Like they have clothes. They have stupid items like crow nunchucks. Like why?
I mean, I'm coughing. I had to eat a cough drop. Hall's cough drops, specifically triple soothing action honey lemon flavor, sponsor me. I could use more cough drops. Alright. Let's have a look at this brick. So it looks like you can buy a Supreme brick for about $100.
That's more than a brick should cost. But yeah, it's just normal stuff at low quality that's like super expensive because there's like knockoff brands,
Yeah.
and sometimes they're better quality than the actual thing. It's kind of scary.
That's so funny.
You heard of Yeezys and stuff? That kind
Yeah,
of
yeah, like
Kanye West.
the Kanye West's special fashion brand, yeah.
There's like this like sweater, and it's like this kind of torn up sweater on the side, and it's just like I've seen things that's like, oh, Kanye stole a sweater from a homeless man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just this sweater where like the front of it looks like it's been scraped off, basically. It basically looks like you got into a fight with like some dogs, right? There are holes, it's patchy, and it's apparently $2,000.
It's just, I don't understand.
Yeah. I don't understand either.
On their website right now, and there's just weird stuff. Oh, hey, here's a Supreme sweater, and it's just pictures of Jesus all over it.
You know what? Something that I actually think is good, though, is utility clothes. So, for example, have you heard of techwear? It's one of the more modern styles of fashion, where basically it's the cyberpunk look, like a lot of black, right? Very, very sparse, very Spartan look, but like still very cyberpunk at the same time.
Ooh, I like cyberpunk aesthetics.
So if you just look up techwear, and it's actually really expensive, like really quote unquote expensive, in terms of compared to normal clothes. But the reason why it's expensive is not just the look of it. The look of it you can actually get, for pretty cheap. But the actual reason why it's more expensive is because of the utility of it. So a lot of it is made out of this thing called Gore-Tex. Gore-Tex is this waterproof material, and it's basically just made into clothing. And it's usually for athletes and stuff like that, because it's supposed to be very breathable and waterproof at the same time. So for example, at BU, a lot of the athletes, like the soccer team in particular, or like the rowing team, right? Teams that have to be outside in, rain or shine, their gear is made out of that. So that's one of those instances where you're paying for something that's very expensive, but it's also made out of something very, like, useful, right? And you just happen to have that techwear look to it as well.
Man, like some of these styles are like so edgy.
Yeah, techwear is pretty edgy. Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Eating this cough drop while talking. I keep making this noise where it's like I'm like swallowing the spit basically from the cough drop.
Oh, hold on.
So I'm gonna have to cut that out a lot. Sponsored by water.
Sponsored. Water sponsored me to do that.
Can you imagine if I want to be that famous where we can be like sponsored, like here's a message from our sponsor, like the water supply company or whatever, and it's just us gargling water into the microphone. And like they pay like thousands of dollars for that. That'd be so funny. Come on. Yeah, fashion is very interesting.
Because there's really not like one thing of it, and there's people who just buy the most expensive stuff because they can, and then there's people who just like, I like wearing clothes, and then there's also who are like, I don't like wearing clothes, and they don't wear clothes, and they get arrested for public decency.
Oh man, that's a topic. That's a topic, but I'm not gonna talk about it yet.
Let's not talk about that yet.
Not yet. So for fashion, I'm very similar to you. I mean, you've seen my clothes for the past like 6 years. I basically wear jeans, shorts, t-shirts, jackets, right? Simple as that. Like every now and then I'll be spicy. I'll get like a flannel shirt or like a jean jacket every now and then, right? Like, but that's about as spicy and as fashionista as I get. I'm poor, so I can't, we can't really afford the crazy styles.
No, like $2,000 sandals.
Nope. Can't afford that. But yeah, my mom is always on me about being more fashionable though. She constantly tells me, wear your new clothes, or like, let's go, like, buy new clothes, right? Because I like to wear things until they're like broken, basically. So, like, for example, right now I have this white t-shirt and it has like 6 holes in it. It basically looks like I bought Yeezy, like a Yeezy t-shirt, right? Like if I went outside in this, and if people like gave me weird looks, I'd be like, look man, this is a Yeezy original, baby.
It's a name brand, special designer.
Yeezy. I guarantee you. I'm gonna look this up right now. Yeezy white T-shirt. I guarantee you, it's gotta be.
It could just be a normal white T-shirt.
It's this Yeezy white T-shirt. This is basically what I'm wearing. It's just a T-shirt with some rips in it.
You ever see the steal his look meme?
Yes, I did. The Hank Hill and like the other people. Yeah, so here we go. Hank Hill is the original one that I saw. What else? This is oh, we are number one. Arthur
Gibby from iCarly. Yeah, and it's like he doesn't wear a shirt. It's like the Gucci cotton herringbone loose pants, $740. Gucci banana, Gucci leather belt.
Shrek.
You want to look Shrek?
Oh man, this is great. I love it.
Still is like a RuneScape character.
Yeah, these are
11th
great.
century steel helmet, $11,000.
Yeah. That's so terrible. But yeah, my mom is always telling me to buy new clothes, and my dad too, actually. My dad less so, but last summer, or the summer before that, he gave me a bunch of jackets. He was like, look, one of my friends, he's too small for these jackets, and they're pretty stylish jackets. And they are actually pretty nice jackets. One of them is like a very nice blue blazer, one of them is like a dark black trench coat, like Sherlock Holmes style. And the one that I wear most of the time is, I have it right here. It's this kind of, like rain jacket style, black, with a bunch of pockets, right? And I really like it because it has like, let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like it has like 9 pockets, right? 1 on each arm, 2 on like where you would normally put your hands to like keep it from the cold, like 2 on your chest, right? Like an inner pocket, you know, like it's got so many pockets. Basically, I'm a RPG character, right? Where it's like you just have so many weapons equipped, and it's like, where do they keep all those weapons? You know?
Yeah, you got a carry load of 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, what? You can't carry that.
It's like, this man is wearing a hoodie and some cargo shorts. You can carry 300 pounds. Like, wait, what?
Where's all the... Huh? Yeah. That's the best aspect of any sort of game like that.
That realism, man. That realism. I can't wait until technology gets so crazy that we have those, like, very stereotypical survival games. Like, DayZ, or, like, Minecraft, or... was it 7 Days to Die or something? Like those games, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the crafting survival games. I can't wait until we have that, but crazy VR, right? Where you have to do everything yourself. So like,
I can't wait till that happens in real life, where everything
the
gets
apocalypse.
destroyed.
The apocalypse.
See, it's just training. The video game companies, they know that's something that happens soon.
What is it, like all the gamers will rise up? Yeah,
gamers will rise up. All right, and they'll take back a society.
And then they'll be like, oh, I should be able to craft this. And then like a real craftsman looks at you like, what the hell are you talking about?
Trust me, I'm a gamer.
Like, yeah,
right,
obviously all you need to do is put 2 pieces of wood
times.
together side by side, and then 1 piece of wood on top, and you got a bed. And it's like, that's not at all how that works. Yeah, all you need is a crafting table. Let me show you. Tries to punch a tree.
Listen, you normies won't understand us gamers, okay?
It's so great. But yeah, I can't wait until we have like full VR with motion controls, like maxed out. Look, all I'm saying is, I can't wait to make my game where it's a zombie survival game, but it's set in real life, right? So it's basically just like you're living. You only get 1 life, all right? You spawn in, you play the game. There's hunger, there's like all the normal things. You have to use the bathroom, right? It's like super realistic. And your character exists in the world even when you're not playing. So when you log off...
you actually just start a zombie apocalypse, right?
Yeah, basically you're just like in a zombie apocalypse in a city, and it's like a consistent world. It's a persistent world. So once you die, you're dead, right? But your artifacts will be left there for other players. So I think that would be really interesting, to where it's very like story based, right? So there'll be crazy stories like, oh yeah, I played early on in the super alpha beta and I started like a clan war or something like that. Or like, we cleansed this city of zombies, but then all of a sudden, this outlander group of other players came by, and I want like crazy players, right? I don't want like the normal like Walking Dead, like, oh yeah, we're just here, we're gonna survive, we're gonna shoot. I want people to go hard into the roleplay. So like, some people would be like, we are the tribal members and we will dismember you, right? And they only use like machetes, right?
They only wear
they don't wear any armor, they just have face paint and machetes. Or like, one group is full of ex-military people, right? So they're military people in real life and they join in the game. They're like 65-year-old grandpas and or like 85-year-old grandpas and grandmas, and they're like, I'm from World War II. But in the game, they're like physically fit, so they can just play and like wreck all these kids, right? Because like, they have actual experience with it. That'd be so cool.
When you think about the zombie virus in terms of an actual virus, it's really ineffective. If you think about it, because
it's pretty terrible.
It's transmitted by a bite by a deranged person. Like, I don't think will bite me that much, and if somebody comes anywhere near me to try and bite me, I'll just push them away, and they won't bite me. I don't think it's a very good disease, and I don't think it would ever do that.
For me personally, I think my favorite version of the virus is a latent disease. So basically, everyone's infected already.
Oh, like the Walking Dead?
Yeah, everyone's already infected.
Spoilers!
Look, nobody cares about the Walking Dead. Come on, come on. They're dragging that out way too long. That should have ended so many seasons ago.
I haven't watched any of it after like the.
I watched like a few episodes of the first season, and I was like, "This is, I'm not gonna watch this." Although, apparently, what's his face, Glenn, one of the first Asian characters to have sex with a white woman on TV.
Nice.
It's like very interesting. Like, that's one of the first instances of like an Asian male having sex with a white female. Usually it's the other way around, right? Like, white male, Asian female, and that like plays into the whole
the white man.
Yeah, like the white man image. But it's just very interesting. And I looked at the scene not for like pervert sexy reasons, but just for like interesting reasons. I look at it, I'm like, oh huh. That is definitely out of the ordinary. Like, Asians usually are not portrayed in that fashion. Look, I'm just saying that man Glenn, I don't even know, what's the actor's name? Let's have a look at the actor's name. Glenn from The Walking Dead. That man. Steven Yeun. Okay, Steven Yeun. He's a good actor. In terms of that sex scene, I don't know about his other acting, but like, that sex scene like was really convincing.
His pee-pee, very good.
I don't think they show his pee-pee.
Oh, dang.
I don't think they show his pee-pee.
Can't watch it anymore.
But yeah, no, it was intense. They were like 5 minutes away from hardcore doing it.
But they had to cut out.
Yeah, they basically just like cut at the moment.
Because it's TV.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
But I think that's really interesting that like Asians are starting to become more like representative in terms of culture and media, which I'm fine with. You know, as a Chinese person myself, you know, I don't mind that. I think that's good. We gotta get more minorities into everything, because look, I'm tired of all the same white actors and actresses. All right, not necessarily because they're white, but just because they're everywhere. Like, what's his face?
Yeah, we need way less white people, right? Let's do the purge.
I don't. That's not what I was going for, but okay.
Oh, I must have misunderstood you. Sorry.
Like, what's his face? Chris Pratt. Like, Chris Pratt is in so many movies.
He's in so many now.
Like,
he was in Parks and Rec, and then he was in action movies.
There's just a lot of people who are just in a lot of movies, and I'm like, that's good for you. That's great that you can, be in all those movies and like make the money. But like, I want to see other people. Like, I would like to see other people.
The huge problem with like actors in like tons of different movies. Like, it's just you see him as the other characters.
Yeah. Like,
You
for
can't-
example, The Rock.
He just has his archetype.
Yeah, I just see him as The Rock, and not necessarily as whatever character he's playing. Which kind of, like, makes the movie different. So if it's, like, a very serious movie, like, what is it, Rampage, or, like, another one of those movies, Jumanji. Well, okay, not Jumanji, but, like, the movies where it's, like, very action-packed, right? I just keep thinking, damn, The Rock is doing this stuff. Like,
Yeah, like, I wouldn't ever call him his character name.
yeah, exactly. He's The Rock.
It's Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's a bunch of actors like that where it's just like they're only them, or like you just think of them as a different character. Maybe it's just like there needs to be more diversity in Hollywood scene.
I think it's the curse of, like, being a one-hit wonder. Or, like, not even being a one-hit wonder, but, like, having one particular image of yourself be the most popular image, right? For example,
Daniel
like,
Radcliffe.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh
Right?
yeah,
Ewan McGregor can never do another movie without people being Obi-Wan, right? Like, he did the Winnie the Pooh movie. And it's just like everyone was memeing him about how Obi-Wan is, like, you know, in Christopher Robin. I didn't watch that movie, mind you. But,
no, me neither.
or like Hayden Christensen, people will forever think of him as Anakin.
You know, was he even in anything else? Because I don't remember seeing him in any other movies.
I mean, he was in a bunch of other stuff.
Like, I don't remember him. That's the thing.
Here's the thing. I don't think these are the types of movies you and I would watch, though.
Oh,
For
are they?
example, for example, he was in 2006 Factory Girl. Alright? Or 2007 Virgin Territory.
Oh,
Or like 2001 Life as a House. Right? Like, that Life as a House. It's a movie about a man who decides to tear down his house.
he became the house.
No, I don't think so. I think he just decides to tear down his house, and, like, there's stuff that happens afterwards.
Okay.
Apparently,
I
it's
guess
playing
that's-
on Stars Cinema on TV. Stars Cinema, Friday, November 23rd, 4 p.m. So if you want to watch that movie, Life as a House, 2001 drama/family drama.
Well, this will probably come out after, so this is time travel to do that.
And
Alright,
this
if
will
you have a
probably
time travel machine, contact me, by the way.
this will probably come out next Saturday, like the 17th, maybe. Maybe we'll see.
Who knows?
But yeah,
Alright.
I have some midterms next week, so I'll probably be busy doing that. It'll be a good
Alright.
time.
Let's hit our last topic.
Oof, the hard-hitting last topic.
Yep, our big closer.
This is the one that you put in today, actually.
Yep, I put it in right before
I
we
think
started.
this is a topic that most people in North America can relate to. And it's not what you're thinking.
Bees
/ wasps.
and wasps.
Oh, man. Here's the thing. My house back in Connecticut, my mom's house back in Connecticut, we used to get this wasp nest every summer. Or like right outside where I would hang the clothes. And the wasps, you know, they were usually pretty calm. Like, they just flew around. But, like, I would try to hang the clothes as quickly as possible and then just, like, run back into the house.
Yeah, I don't want to be like I'm completely fine with bees. All right, those bees, best bros. All right,
Best bros, yeah.
they're our friends. Bees are cool, but wasps, on the other hand, Satan, literally the devil. I hate all of them. I want them
Damn.
excited.
I'd like to imagine there's a wasp listening to this podcast now.
If you're a wasp listening to this podcast, don't listen to this. I hope you die.
In the
Wasp.
news today, Spencer starts a war. Like,
I declare war on wasps.
Yeah.
Um,
I probably shouldn't have said your last name there. I'll cut it out.
wow. You just,
I doxed you. I'm sorry.
I can't.
Although, to be
Hey.
fair, if you look up your name, you
You
get,
can
like-
literally just find my Facebook account and it's my whole name.
I mean, you know.
But it doesn't matter.
No.
You completely doxed me. I'm
I'll
yeah,
cut out.
I'm gonna get burned my- Thanks.
I'll cut out your thing.
No, you don't have to do that.
I'll do it just for like my own. Oh man. Oh, I just. Oh, that was just okay. Woo. No, I'll cut it out just because, like, having our full names on here. Unless we like decide to do this hard, like we go.
Unless
hard
if we're
this.
popular and then people go out of their way to find us.
Yeah, like I think we can keep it to first name basis for now. It's like there are a lot of Spencers in the world, and there are a lot of Charleses in the world, so I think we'll be fine.
So,
what do I think of bees and wasps? Let's see.
so with wasps, I don't get stung much because I'm always super careful around those things.
Mm-hmm.
But recently I got stung pretty bad by one. I was
That's
just
rough.
mowing my lawn,
Mm-hmm.
and boom, wasps hits me.
Out of nowhere, it was a stealth wasp.
It was a stealthy wasp, but like the thick part of my calf, my leg,
Yeah.
and also on my foot. It was like a really weird spot. It stung me. It was back of your foot. You know that spot, like the very back of it.
Are you talking about your Achilles heel?
Yeah.
You got stung on your Achilles heel?
It hit me in the Achilles heel, I guess.
Oh my God. Spencer, are you Achilles? Did you die?
I thankfully I'm still alive.
Wait. Were you wearing shoes?
I was wearing shoes, but it stung me like through my sock.
Oh.
So like I ripped off my sock and trapped the wasp in there, threw it on the ground, and then ran inside.
You didn't kill the wasp?
I was too busy getting away from them, so I think it probably is still alive.
That wasp is coming back to finish the job. It's like a hitman, First it failed, and it was like, my honor. I have to protect my honor, and now it's coming for you. You're gonna be sleeping, and it's gonna be like, bzzz. You're gonna open your eyes. Wait. You're gonna open your eyes. It's gonna be quiet.
Okay.
Then you're gonna try to go back to sleep again. It'll be like. Zzz.
Wasps have a lifespan of days.
What? What'd you say?
The workers wasps have an average lifespan of 12 to 22 days, so that wasp is now dead.
How long ago?
I've done my
this?
part. Huh?
How long ago?
It must have been.
How long ago? You say?
Like a month.
Oh, a month. Okay, all right.
I mean,
so here's
summer.
the thing. That wasp told the story of its great battle with a giant to its kids, right? And those wasps are gonna come for you. They're gonna march to your door, full of youthful exuberance. They're gonna be like, "We're here to get revenge for our dad." or
yeah, well,
mom. I don't know what gender
wasps.
worker wasps are.
Wasps, and it's winter, so they can't even get to me because of water. Haha.
Winter, the ultimate enemy of all living things. Here's the thing, though. I love winter, though. No more bugs. No more bugs. It's so great. Because, there aren't any flies in the winter, which is really nice when I go take out the trash.
Yeah, that's always nice. You ever see videos by a guy, Coyote Peterson?
I think so.
He's the guy who takes giant bugs and stings himself.
Yep, I've seen it. I watched it. He had a video on leeches. I didn't want to the podcast audio now is gonna have half a second of Coyote Pete's video.
No.
Super sued.
He's gonna sue us now.
Yeah, we'll be sued by Coyote Pete.
He's gonna find us.
Oh my god. Alright. I closed that channel. Okay.
I think we need to end the podcast before he finds us. Yeah.
Yeah, that man is too tough. If he finds us, we're done. We're done.
I mean, he gets stung by wasps for a living, so I don't even know. He
man.
just gets attacked by animals.
Yeah. Alright, so why don't we wind down then? We've been recording for an hour and 40 minutes. I think that's roughly a good time.
Yeah. Been at it for at least an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, that's a good length. Last time when we ended it, you said something like brush your teeth or whatever.
Oh, that's right. I didn't come up with any important pro tips.
Oh yeah.
Um, let's see. Good pro tips that I can give to people.
Yeah, your
Make sure
pro tips.
you drink enough water. All
Of
right,
course.
very important for your health. All
Of
right.
course.
Uh, some people may think like, oh, I have to chug 8 cups of water. Like that
No,
could be
no,
too.
no, no. You don't need to chug that much water. Like, so just do what I do. Drink when you're thirsty. Or like drink at least once every half an hour. Right? Like that's usually a good amount.
Yeah, if you just make sure you drink water, it keeps you healthier. It's good for your insides,
Yep.
right? Yeah,
Water is very good for you.
but yeah. On the final note, remember, be positive. See ya. Logging off.
That's right. Logging off, coming to you semi-live. Charles and Spencer, young PP boys. Good luck and good night.